Week 6 of the 2014 high school football season has brought us to Gwinnett County for a Region 8 showdown as the Black Knights of Central Gwinnett come off their bye week, looking to hand their region rival, the Falcons of Dacula, their first loss of the season. Hello, everybody, and thanks so much for joining us alongside DJ Shockley. I'm Van Earl Wright. Let's talk about Central Gwinnett first. Now, get ready, DJ.
Okay.
I'm about to set you up, man. Adonis in Greek mythology has always been considered a thing of beauty. But we're not here to talk about the kid's looks. But we are here to talk about the performance on the football field by Adonis Thomas, and it has been a thing of beauty.
Yeah, Adonis has been awesome for this team this year. The University of Florida commit has been everything on the defensive side of the football. He's led them in tackles. There's also a defense that's only given up 13 points a game and averaging 225 yards given up on the season. So they've done an excellent job, and he's been the catalyst for this team. He's a true game changer, and they're going to need him big tonight if they're going to stop this vaunted Russian defense of Dacula.
Central Gwinnett's offense is all about passing. For Dacula, their offense is all about running. 13 different players are in the running stat category. They really spread it out.
They are, and C.J. Mays is the key back there. He's leading their team in rushing with such a crowded backfield. He's done such a good job. And you look at the offensive stats, he's leading them. He's done a great job. He's elusive. He's fast. All those adjectives you can think of, he is all that. But he also plays defense. He can go both ways, and Coach talks really highly of him. He has 2 interceptions on the season, 1 for a touchdown. So he's done great on both sides of the ball, and they're going to need him tonight if they want to continue that undefeated streak tonight.
Should be a fun matchup to watch. One team all about throwing the ball, the other all about running the football. And the kickoff for Week 6 right here from the Channel 2 Sports Zone is coming your way next.
Dacula gets the ball at half. Central Gwinnett's going to get the ball.
Beautiful sky. We've had rain pretty much throughout the day. Those of you in the Atlanta area are aware of that. But a beautiful sky and sunset right now. Dacula, Georgia, pretty much halfway between Atlanta and Athens, DJ's favorite town.
Been there, love that place. You do as well.
And we move on. For Dacula, Giovanni Lugo will be handling the kicking duties. He busted his collarbone earlier this season, but head coach Tommy Jones told us he's got such a strong leg. He was going to see if he could put Giovanni out there, and he has decided to do so. Back deep for the Black Knights, Major Bellamy, I should say, one of their key performers. With an orange sky overhead, Lugo boots it away, and we are underway. Fielded poorly inside the 15 by Chris Schelling, but he is off and running and through the cover team, looking for more room. Now zigzagging, and oh my, he got a little excited for the goal line, stumbled his way, but what a fantastic return by Chris Schilling for the Black Knights of Central Gwinnett.
The play looked like a debacle from the beginning, and it ended up turning out to be really well. Chris Schilling, like you mentioned, he got a little excited at the end and ended up falling. So excellent job of them picking that up and making something positive out of it. You see Central Gwinnett starting the game with great field position already inside the red zone.
Major Bellamy. Schilling, number 1. Jawad Myers, 22. And we're going to start off with Schilling, a receiver in the quarterback position, handing it off to Bellamy. Not much there, and a player loses his hat. That is the runner on the play, Bellamy. He'll have to sit out.
Interesting, they come out in the first play of the game is the Wildcat offense. They come out, try to go on jet sweep, try to get some of their faster guys on the field, but this is an offense that loves to let it go, and looking forward to seeing what Mr. Eric Forrester is doing here.
Forrest, their regular quarterback, a 6 foot, 210-pound senior, completing 57% of his passes. Going for the corner, London Young looked surprised he was the targeted receiver. Not a bad throw, but poor timing on that play for the Black Knights.
Yeah, poor timing. You see Kevin Ficklin, number 21, was already back there waiting for it, and a good job. You see Eric Forrest, you see the stats on the season. He's done pretty good, over 1,200 yards passing, taking care of the football, 1 interception. He's done a great job, a little bit over 50% passing, but he's been the catalyst and throwing it really well this year, like you mentioned, man, Earl.
Ranked in the top 10 for the entire state of Georgia in passing yardage is Eric Forrest. Right now, 3rd and 11 for the pass-happy Black Knights. They got their white road uniforms and black pants on. And a whistle stops play.
Well, they stopped play, Benno. You can see this formation already. Look, they have quads to one side of the field. Now they're going to move it and go to the other side, looks like. But you don't see too many teams going 4 wide receivers to one side, and backside is by itself is 81 Sam Westmoreland. So look for the one-on-one matchup backside.
Forrest in the gun, empty backfield. Forrest rolling to his left, which is good for the left-handed quarterback. Complete to number 10, Xavier Kufor. And they're saying that he was in bounds. They're marking it inside the 5. And that should be enough for a first down. Key 3rd down completion that time for Central Gwinnett. 15th catch now of the season for Kufor.
Yeah, Kufor's done an excellent job this season. One of their top receivers, rolling to his left, a good job there.
A rare running play for the Black Knights, and Schilling has nowhere to go. Lawson Cook, one of the captains tonight for the Falcons of Dacula, in on the stop.
Renner, you talk about a rare run. This is an offense that averages 26 points a game, averages 47 yards rushing with 314 in the air. So like you just mentioned, when they run it, it's a very rarity.
And the substitution process is ongoing for the Black Knights. Jordan Tolbert in at right guard. He's a senior. Josh Malone. Oh, a poor snap. Ball is loose. And it is going to be Dacula football. A poor snap that time by Amari Jackson. The senior center just dribbled it on the ground. And there again, number 18, Lawson Cook, a senior linebacker for the Falcons, finding the football and jumping on it.
And what's so weird about that is Amari Jackson actually came in the second game after Collins Hill because they were having snap issues, and now we see they're having some of the same thing. That ball never had a chance. Eric had a chance to pick that football up. It rolled all the way back.
So Dacula will take over. 1st and 10 from just inside their own 10-yard line. Their quarterback, Wesley Whitehead, handing off inside. Jacques Evangelister, and you'll see number 25 line up at Wildcat a few times tonight. he's used in all kinds of spots on the football field for Dacula head coach Tommy Jones, DJ.
Yeah, he catches, he throws, and you also see a couple different quarterbacks. Coach uses 2 quarterback system for this team, and you see Wesley Whitehead and also David Hendrick possibly later in this game.
And now it's Kelon Fraze, a senior for the Falcons. Keeping it himself, he's lined up under center as you saw, but taken down by a host of Black Knights. Leading the way, Nigel Adams.
Yeah, they're trying to find ways to get Kelon the ball. Last week actually, he had a kickoff return for a touchdown. So you see the numbers for him on the season. He's done some good things, averaging 4.2 yards a carry. So he's been very successful when he does run it.
Now it looks like Whitehead is back at the quarterback spot for the Falcons. There is a lot going on with both of these clubs offensively, DJ. Personnel moving all around, playing all kinds of different positions. Whitehead dropping back to throw, complete on the slant pattern. That's Jonathan Grant, the junior wideout, picking up his 4th catch of the season.
And we talked about how different these two teams are. One wants to throw it, wants to pass. You see Jonathan Grant, the tight end, his numbers on the season. But they're only averaging 34 yards a game throwing the football. So to see them come out and throw the football on that big key down and convert it, that means positive things are happening.
Well, they picked up just about half of their average, a gain of 15 on that one play. Good for a fresh set of downs for the Falcons. And the man in the backfield, that's Jacob Brashear, jumped too soon, and that'll move him back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 for Dacula.
And you can see they're probably going to get this run game back going now. That was a good job of keeping Central Gwinnett's defense off balance by throwing the football. Like we just mentioned, they probably didn't expect him to throw it. But now they're coming out, and now you're going to see more of this rushing attack where they're averaging 275 yards a game.
Just underway in Dacula, Georgia. Handoff to Brashear. Big bull of a running back, 6'1", 205 pounds. He came in with 28 carries on the season. That was carry number 29. He's also scored 3 times on the ground for the Falcons.
Yeah, Coach Tommy Jones talked about how skinny he gets when he runs. And he's a fullback, but he gets skinny and he usually falls forward. So that's a good thing, and that's why they trust him with the football and why he has so many carries already.
Gotta love a running back who's always falling forward, that's for sure. He regained the 5 yards from the penalty, but it's still 2nd and 10 for Dacula, and yet another pass attempt intended for Kelon Fraze, but Kelon could not hold on. And is this actually Dacula throwing the ball around this much?
Hey, good job by linebacker Tyler Miller, number 46. Did a good job of breaking on that football, but like you said, this is a tendency breaker for Dacula. They're not usually throwing the football. And you see Whitehead, he's like, I like this if we're going to throw it some more, so he's into doing that. Coach talked about his progression throughout the year. He's become really good at throwing the football.
Whitehead came in with just 14 pass attempts through Dacula's 5 victories. So very rare that they're throwing twice on one offensive series. And here they are throwing a 3rd time, but that one way over the mark.
It only brings up the thought that when you get in 3rd and long situations, you have to possibly throw the football. With the kind of offense they have, they can't afford to get behind the chains. They had the penalty on 1st down that backed them up a little bit. So that was the issue on that down. They forced themselves to throw the football probably more than they wanted to.
Intended receiver was Owusu. So at 4th and 10, Dacula is going to have to kick it away. C.J. Mays, not only a talented running back, but also the punter for Dacula. And it sails out of bounds and will be marked at the 49-yard line of Dacula. So terrific field position for the Black Knights of Central Gwinnett and their quarterback, Eric Forrest.
Yeah, they're looking forward to seeing what this Dacula defense can do versus Eric Forrest. Last year when they played, Dacula won this game 24-6. They also sacked Forrest 6 times last year in this ball game.
Todd Wofford in his 5th year at Central Gwinnett. He's got an OC, Mike Yoka, but head coach Wofford told us he does all the play calling. Forrest to the air, has a receiver, but overthrew him, intended for Major Bellamy. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Black Knights.
I got no problem with that. You got to back them up sometimes. You got one-on-one with one of your best receivers against one of their better DBs. I like the attempt. I like them going forward and showing them, hey, we can throw it down the field and try to stretch it as well, but this is what this offense will do to you.
4 wideouts for quarterback Eric Forrest. Quick throw to his left on the slant pattern, but behind Bellamy and incomplete for Central Gwinnett.
A lot of traffic in there trying to get an early completion here, but this is the defense that plays with a sense of urgency. Dacula only, they play this 3-4 defense, but they want to pressure. Coach calls it controlled pressure up front with the defensive line and linebackers.
2 incompletions now makes it 3rd and 10 for the Knights. And it looks like Forrest able to draw off the defensive line of Dacula. 5 free yards. So it'll be 3rd and 5, and that's a whole lot more manageable than 3rd and 10.
Yeah, a lot better than 3rd and long. It's a lot of difficult plays you can run to pick up 10 yards, but 3rd and 5, you got a whole gauntlet of plays you can choose from. And as you can see, they got no backs in the backfield, 5 wide set.
Forrest standing right at midfield, taking the shotgun snap. Quick release, but knocked down and goes into the hands. It's picked off right out of the air. Azim Cooper with the deflection and a pick 6 for the Falcons of Dacula.
Wow, when you talk about a dramatic play, this is how you draw it up right here. He pulls the Superman, look at him. He's excited about it. That's a bang-bang play. I think Forrest can't be mad about that. They just knocked it down, and great job of corralling and taking it to the end zone. What a play for Dacula's defense.
Good instincts by number 7 in the blue and gold. 56-yard interception return for a score. Antonio Yen, the place kicker, but he yanked that one to the left, so the PAT is no good. But with 7.5 minutes remaining in the first period, Dacula gets a bounce to go their way, and they lead it 6-0 here on WSBTV.com. I never saw that.
Yeah, see it coming.
I mean, I didn't see the catch. Did y'all see the catch? Wow, that's a big bounce.
They got nobody stopping this?
No. Didn't miss anything. Back at Barron Field at Dacula High School, Antonio Yen, who handles the kickoff duties for the home team, booted one through the end zone, automatic touchback. So once again, Eric Forrest, the quarterback for the Black Knights, will line it up 1st and 10 from their own 20. That's Josh Malone in the backfield with Forrest, and he gets the football and breaks out a good first down run, a gain of 7-8 yards for Malone on first down.
You see they're trying to establish the run game early because they got to stay ahead of the chains. Every time they tried to throw the football, they've been behind the chains. Haven't really completed a lot. But now they're going to go back to the air with this 3-by-2 set.
Gain of 6, so it's 2nd and 4. Trips on the left for Forrest. Oh, he had his man, Major Bellamy, but Bellamy just simply dropped the ball.
They actually had what they wanted on that last play. And you can see as we watch the touchdown play that comes back, it's just a great job with the deflection up front. They're trying to roll out to the left, and as you roll out, here comes the deflection by the defensive end. Good job of catching it by Azir and just taking it to the house. What an excellent job, Azim Cooper. Being aware once the ball's in the air to have the wherewithal to go get it and make a play on it.
Absolutely. We've got 3rd down and 2 as we hit the 7-minute mark of the first period. Forrest to his safety valve on the left. A flag on the play, complete to Schelling, Couple of good moves to pick up yardage for the first down, but we got to check on the flag that's laying down at the 31-yard line.
Got to wonder if it's in somewhere in the range of holding, but it looks like they're moving the chain, so looks like it's on Dacula. They've already moved the chains already. Are they going to pick it up one?
It's the first Friday in October, and I forgot my pink, but the referees did not. And you did too.
I did. Got to do better. Must do better.
I thought your wife was supposed to help us with our fashion and our wardrobe.
Oh, she's listening to you right now, so she heard that.
I know she is.
She's going to have a text come through here in a minute.
And after the most recent NATO conference, we might have a decision sometime within the next week.
Big penalty, huh?
Oh, let's get everybody's opinion. Holding against the defense, first down for the Black Knights of Central Gwinnett. Referee Herbert Phillips is winding the clock, and we're all grateful. First and 10 from the 46-yard line, and once again the defensive line of the Falcons moves too soon, so 5 more free yards for the visitors.
What's happening for the defensive line is they're not watching the football. They're watching the quarterback, and once he claps his hands, then they feel like the ball's supposed to come, and then they come. And you got to watch the football, not the quarterback.
Didn't we do that when we were 8 years old in midget football?
Very true.
Watch the ball. So now the line of scrimmage is the 49 of Dacula. Forrest, and he's picked off. And touchdown, number 28, C.J. Mays.
It's a reason why I brought him up in the open banner. It's a reason why he is one of their better players. We talked about he had 2 interceptions on the season, 1 for the touchdown. How about 3 interceptions now, 2 for a touchdown? He completely sat on this route. He didn't even back up 1 step.
I know.
And he drove on the football, and it was just easy picking. He looked like the receiver on that play.
He really did. 51 yards on the pick 6 for C.J. Mays, making our DJ Shockley look pretty doggone good. There you see those 2 interceptions were coming into tonight's game. So now he has his 2nd defensive touchdown. And Yen is successful on his 2nd PAT attempt of the night. So with 6:26 to go in the first period, Dacula out in front of Central Gwinnett by 13 points thanks to 2 defensive scores. Nice.
He said he wanted to roll through him.
Well, he said he had a strong leg. Okay. No, but they'll be happy to take 2 minutes to determine a penalty. And here we go with another conference at the 15-yard line.
We need to talk to these guys before the game.
Not even at the halfway point yet of the first quarter, and all Dacula thanks to not 1 but 2 pick sixes, 107 yards in return yardage for those 2 scores. And Central Gwinnett has to be thinking they took a couple of shots to the jaw and they're woozy right now.
They're definitely up against the ropes right now.
But they are the team with the passing attack in this game, so they're built for comebacks. Instead, they'll keep it on the ground and hand it off to Schelling, but he has nowhere to go. A loss of a couple of yards on first down. Here's a look at the second pick six, DJ.
You see C.J. Mays on the backside. He doesn't even move. He sits on this route, 1-2, that ball's out. I mean, he's broke on that football 2 yards before it even gets to the receiver. And that's just as easy as it gets. That's just a guy learning his instincts and driving on the football.
They marked it no gain, so it's, a loss of 1. So 2nd and 11. Forrest over the middle, has a receiver in Major Bellamy. Good pickup on 2nd down, but still shy of the first down by a couple of yards.
Now they're trying to throw and catch the football. That's a good job of Forrest stepping into that football, throwing it. See Major Bellamy on the season. I mean, he's top in the state as well as receiving yards, so he's done a great job this season. He's their go-to guy. As we can see, they try to give him the ball a couple ways already in this ball game.
3rd and 1 from the 29. The Dacula fans trying to make a little noise, and they're succeeding. Forrest to his right, complete. Sam Westmoreland. Good gain and good enough for a fresh set of downs for the Black Knights.
Good job of Forrest actually rolling out to his right side, which is not his strong side. You see the stats on Sam Westmoreland. He's one of their other receivers. They got a lot of guys who catch balls around here, but a great job of Forrest getting his shoulder square, rolling to the right, and completing the ball on 3rd down.
1st and 10 now from the 34-yard line. Back to the run, Josh Malone, the toter of the pig. Picks up 1, maybe 2.
You see Jacob Brushard there, number 20. He's a stud linebacker for him. He's got a whole bunch of tackles on the season. Look at 27 tackles. I mean, he's a busybody, and Coach says he's one who's going to bring his hat every single week. Plays hard. He's playing at an elite level. He tackles well in the open field, as we just saw.
Forrest faking the hitch, and he's got a stop-and-go completion. That is a Xavier Kufor. Big gain for the Black Knights and a big boost to their morale as well.
Coach talked about how Eric Forrest just stands in the pocket and lets it fly. He stood in there at the very last moment before he took that hit and delivered a great football to Xavier Kufor, who came over the top. And we just talk about the numbers for these guys. All these guys got over 100-some yards, double-digit catches. They spread it around really well.
32-yard gain moves the football well into Dacula territory. Another pass completion for Forrest, but not much of a gain that time. Complete to Jawad Myers.
A good job of Jacque Evangelister making a play out there on the corner, being good in open field tackle, so limiting that play to only a couple yards when it could have been a little bit more.
They got it inside the 30-yard line of Dacula. 2nd and 7. Forrest, big rush, goes out to his running back Malone. Good quickness after the catch. Finally taken down by Kellan Frage, but a good gain again for the Black Knights, and it looks like they're starting to get some rhythm offensively, DJ.
Yeah, Josh Malone, you see his stats on the season, averaging 4 yards a carry, and that play was all done by Forrest, holding that football to the last possible moment, then dumping it out to exactly where he wanted to go. He knew exactly where the defense was, and like you just mentioned, Van Earl, they're moving the football really well now.
Forrest rolling to his strong side, the left side, and he completes it. Yes, it is a completion. Xavier Kufor, his second completion, or reception, I should say, of this current drive.
Yeah, good job of Forrest being patient while he's rolling to his left-hand side. They had the curl-flat combination. The curl comes open a little bit later. I know he delivered it low, but that's probably the best place for that football, especially in all that traffic.
Approaching the 3-minute mark of the first period. It's 2nd and 2 for the Black Knights. They're on the move, and they give it to Malone up the middle. Look at him still churn his legs and get it all the way down to the 5-yard line. Good run by number 24, Josh Malone.
Coach Wofford calls Josh Malone Mr. Steady. He's consistent. He's come along really well in their blocking and pass protections, and now he's getting a chance to tote the rock, and he's doing a good job with the extra effort.
1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Here comes the 10th play of this current Central Gwinnett drive. Forrest, too high, intended for Westmoreland on the right side.
They had what they wanted backside. They got one-on-one on the backside with Keelan Frage with one of their better receivers going a slant route, just a little high for Forrest on the play, but that's the ideal matchup if you're Central Gwinnett.
Forrest looking like a different quarterback on this drive, and that's a tribute to him. After one bad bounce and then a bad interception, he's coming right back and leading his team down to a 2nd and goal situation. Malone, again, the ball carrier.
Yeah, you see Lawson
Not
Cook.
picking up much.
Lawson Cook, number 18, coming off the edge, unblocked, making that play before he ever got started. Good job of him filling down the lane and making a play on Moore.
Now 3rd and goal. Big play on this drive. Forrest to Schelling, and he can't bring it in. Oh, my goodness. 12 plays so far on this drive, and they get down to the 5-yard line, 1st down, and they cannot punch it in. So that'll bring on the field goal unit for Central Gwinnett. Cole Deloche.
You got to wonder, you got to think about it, man. Once they made some big plays to get down there, once you get inside that red zone, everything shrinks, and that's probably the reason why
especially
they
for
did
a
that.
pass-first offense.
Absolutely.
The quarterback, Forrest, is the holder. Deloche gets it up and through for just his 2nd field goal of this 2014 season. So Central Gwinnett gets on the board, and we're almost at the 2-minute mark. They still trail it by 10. So Deloche was good on the field goal, 22 yards away.
I feel like we haven't seen Dacula's offense, man. I tell you. I know they have the big penalties, and jeez. Central Gwinnett had the ball and 2 interceptions.
And only 9 yards on the ground so far for the ground-oriented attack of the Falcons as Deloche's kickoff sails out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Smart move right there by Jonathan Grant, number 45. He could have easily caught that football, but let it go out of bounds. Heads up play by the tight end right there.
So Dacula will get it at the 35-yard line. That's a lot of yardage for a kick out of bounds, but I guess even at this level, you should be able to keep it between the stripes.
Yeah, I think they wanted to push punt and to an angle and just didn't work out.
So here comes the Dacula offense. Wesley Whitehead still at quarterback. That's Fraze in motion. They give it to Mays, and he's got all kinds of running room down the right side. And look at Mays take off and separate himself from the defense. Touchdown, Falcons. The 2nd touchdown of the game for C.J. Mays.
Sometimes when you're right there, you're just right. C.J. Mays is playing a heck of a ball game right now on both sides of the football. You're talking about coach wanting to have their best players on the field. This is why you want your best players on the field, because they making plays regardless of where they're at. Huge touchdown play. Once you get past that first level when you run the football, everybody's in the box. Once you get by them, big 65-yard touchdown play there by C.J. Mays.
A one-play touchdown drive that took a whopping total of 13 seconds and covered 65 yards, courtesy of number 28 in blue. Low snap. Antonio Yin still able to kick it through thanks to the efforts of his holder, the quarterback Whitehead. C.J. Mays looking for the oxygen, giving his Falcons a 16-point lead with less than 2 to go here on WSBTV.com. That's all right. It's been entertaining.
Well, maybe if C.J. Mays don't play, they'll be all right. Dude is balling right now.
It's 20-3. Are they aware? There you go. Hey, the referees are holding the kick. Giovanni Lugo with his 4th kickoff of the game. After C.J. Mays took it to the house on a 65-yard romp. Lugo's kick a little short this time, fielded at the goal line. That's Major Bellamy, but taken down hard at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by Kenneth Holder, number 36, not allowing Bellamy to get any extra yardage, even though he wanted to bring it out there. And you can see the touchdown play here, nothing but a zoned outside run, and he takes it 65 yards. But like I said, once you get past this first level, they commit all 9, 10, 11 guys in the box. And if you beat that first wave, the speed takes over, and C.J. Mays is playing a heck of a ball game right now. 2 touchdowns already in the first quarter.
1 on defense, 1 on offense. So here come the Black Knights again. Complete to Bellamy. Look at the quickness from number 2 in white, getting it out close to the 30-yard line and finally wrestled down by a host of defenders. Lawson Cook, one of those, the senior linebacker.
Yeah, Bellamy showing you why he's so impressive as well, why he's so important to this offense. They're trying to find ways to get him the ball in the open field. They come back with the tunnel screen, and like you mentioned, Ben, he showed the jet speed there. They're trying to pop one here. 22 yards per catch. That's just insane. 5 touchdowns. You know, like we mentioned, he's top in the country. I mean, tops in the state as well as far as receiving yards.
Fresh set of downs for the Black Knights. 1st and 10. Handing it off to Malone, but hit hard in the backfield. Jordan Sanders in on that tackle, as was Azim Cooper. And don't forget about the big nose guard, Bijan Sirleaf, number 8, 5'8" and 240 pounds, an all-county performer.
He is Mr. Everything for him in the middle. It starts with him collapsing that pocket.
2nd and 12 after the loss of 2. Forrest over the middle, has the pass complete to Westmoreland. He avoids 2 Falcon defenders and picks up about 7 or 8 additional yards. Excellent run after the catch for Westmoreland.
Yeah, Westmoreland is a guy who averages 17 yards a catch. Had a nice pocket there for Forrest and breaking tackles and making plays after the catch. He's an impressive guy. Coach calls him as being consistent as well on the season so far.
Pickup of 19 out to the 43-yard line. Forrest again looking to throw, having to step up, and will be taken down. First man there. Again, it's Lawson Cook. That kid's all over the field tonight, a 6 foot, 180-pound senior.
Yeah, he's already got 2 sacks on the season. You see already 36 tackles. He's been in the backfield. He's making tackles with open field. Every time Central Gwinnett gets something going on the previous play, they stall themselves on first down to get behind the chains. 2 lost yardage plays consecutively after first downs.
Now 2nd and 12. Malone in the backfield with Forrest. Oh, and hit from behind.
Guess who it is?
Jacob Brashear. I think you mentioned to us to keep an eye on number 20 in blue.
Yeah. Jacob Brashear is making some plays as well. He's been one of those guys who got a couple sacks as well. You can see 27 tackles. They have a lot of guys who fly around to the football. As this quarter becomes the end, you can see Dacula's defense is starting to show up and show out right now.
So Brashear picking up his 3rd sack of the season. And we hit the end of the first quarter. And so far, all Dacula on what is their night of homecoming. You're watching high school football from the Channel 2 Sports Zone on WSBTV.com, presented by the Georgia Lottery. So after the 7-yard loss, courtesy of the Jacob Brashear sack, it's now a 3rd and 19 situation for Eric Forrest and the Black Knight offense as we begin play in the 2nd quarter. Forrest slipping, coming back to Shelling, and they had that read beautifully. And once again, Lawson Cook joined by Jordan Sanders in on the stop for the Falcons.
I'm not sure they didn't even know Lawson Cook is on the field because nobody is designed to block this kid. This kid has made 3-4 tackles just in the last couple of series by himself. He's a great open field tackler, as we've already mentioned, and he's really making Central Gwinnett's life right now really miserable on offense.
2 plays and a total of 12 yards lost on those 2 plays, resulting in a 4th and 25. So they'll have to kick it away. Again, Cole Deloche handles all the kicking duties for Central Gwinnett. Little rugby-style punt. Great bounce for him, but fielded on the bounce by Keelan Frage. Nice move inside, but finally wrestled down just beyond the 30-yard line. They'll mark it at the 32, so the Dacula offense will get back in play, and they haven't had much time on the field at all. The 2 first scores, courtesy of the Dacula defense, and then the last offensive series, just 1 play and a 65-yard romp by C.J. Mays. It looks like London Young is going to step in now at the quarterback position. I'm sorry, I had that wrong. This is David Hendrick, the more athletic quarterback, according to head coach Tommy Jones.
Yeah, coach, talk about him having a huge upside. He's only completed 2 passes for 7 on two attempts.
Handing it off to Keelan Frage.
And going back to David Hendrick, he had 2 attempts, 2 completions only for 7 attempts for 34 yards on the season. So he hasn't thrown it as much as his counterpart, Mr. Wesley Whitehead. But when you got a running backs like C.J. Mays, you turn around and hand it to him. They got 7 backs on this team who scored a touchdown. Like you mentioned in the open, 13 different guys had a touch. So a lot of guys run the football for Dacula.
Man. Gain of 2, so 2nd and 8. Oh, there's the big nose tackle who also runs the football. Bijan Sirleaf, number 8, 240 pounds, and you gotta love a coach who puts his nose guard on offense and gives him the football. Are we looking at the refrigerator? What's going on?
That's keeping him happy. That's making sure we get on defense. He's going to get a couple extra sacks. Or you see, he's got 40 carries on the season, so Coach doesn't have a problem giving him the rock. 3 touchdowns. He also has 3 catches on the season as well, so don't be shy about him just running the football. He may sneak out and catch a few.
That just shows you what kind of athlete number 8 is. Now it's a wildcat situation, direct snap to Jacques Evangelister. He is usually the wildcat performer for the Falcon offense. Picks up maybe 1 on that play, but it might be good enough for a first down. No, it's going to be shy, a couple of yards shy. So at 4th and 2, and with a 17-point lead, why not put C.J. Mays back there in the punter spot and let him kick it away?
Yeah, you go back to Evangelista, though. He's a guy who's 10-6 and 100. He's coach. He's one of the fastest guys on the team, so I had no problem with them trying to get him the football on 3rd down.
Mays boots it away. Fielded by Bellamy. Not much running room on the return. So once again, the Black Knight offense, we'll see what they can do. They've had 1 good drive and a couple of disastrous drives. Their good drive was 12 plays. However, it stalled at the 5-yard line. They did get a field goal out of it.
Couple big storylines for this game. You think about both teams wanting to win. Central Gwinnett goes 4-1. It's their best record since 2006 starting the season. Dacula goes 6-0. It'll be their best record as well starting the season. So both teams want to start this season with some of the best records they have.
And Central Gwinnett in white comes in with a 3-1 record. Forrest on the quick release. Complete on the right side to Bellamy. Quick feet by the receiver after the catch. Looks like he picks up a first down. He does.
Even though Central Gwinnett is down right now, they're used to coming from behind. Coach said they've won a lot of close games this season. They actually beat South Gwinnett last week in the last 40 seconds of the game. You see Major Bellamy's stats in the state right here. We talked about him being top. That's why they get him the football a lot. And we've seen Amateur Bebe early in the season.
This time they hand it off to Malone, looking for running room and finding nothing. He'll be dropped for a loss. Again, Cooper and Cook. I think Cook is number 18 in blue, might be trying to set a new Dacula record for most tackles in a game. He has been all over the field defensively for the home squad.
But it's become a trend for Central Gwinnett. Every time they pick up a first down, their next play is always a lost yardage play. It's just 3 consecutive times.
Here comes Forrest, and he's hit right as he got set to throw. That's got to be a fumble, but Central Gwinnett jumps on it. Tim Wilkins, their right tackle, looks like he's recovered, and Forrest is down.
He took a shot from Lawson Cook. He didn't see him coming, rolling to his right, trying to open up, and you see Lawson Cook just explode into the 210-pound quarterback.
You know what that feels like.
I've been there before. I know exactly what my man Eric Forrest is feeling right now. It's not a good feeling.
And especially when your arms are up. Oh, man.
I just hope he has the rib cage on that protects him a little bit, but he probably got the wind knocked out of him. But you see, he comes from the backside. Nobody even blocks him as he turns to throw right up under the armpit, right in beneath where your ribs and your armpit about to meet. Oh, that's a tough hit. I think he got the wind knocked out of him. Hopefully he's all right. Looks like he's about to get up now.
Sitting up, that's good.
But that kind of hit knocks the wind out of you, stings you for a second. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Forrest trying to shake it off.
Forrest's a big kid. He's a big, strong kid. He should be able to bounce back. Because of the injury, he's going to have to sit out of play. So I'm sure he doesn't want to sit out, but he's going to have to sit out at least one play.
So they ruled it an incompletion. However, still 3rd and long for the Black Knights. I didn't see much throwing motion. It looked like a fumble to me, but the referees, and led by Herbert Phillips, called it an incompletion. So number 12, Nick Partlow, a sophomore, comes in relief of Eric Forrest. Throwing on his first down of action. He's got a receiver, and oh my goodness, right off the bench. Partlow comes through and just drops one in the bucket. A huge gain on the completion to Major Bellamy.
Well, Nick, hello, how are you doing, sir? Coming in, throwing the football on 3rd and long, and not only just throwing it, completing it for a big-time play. That's what you want from your backup. You don't want to lose anything when he comes in the game, and they just let it go with Nick. And now you see Eric's going to come back in the game, but
wow, I don't know.
but Nick's going to have the best QB rating of all right now, coming in with that 1-for-1 big pass.
40-yard gain. 1st and 10 at the Dacula 21-yard line, and Forrest has a little bit too much zip high and also behind his intended receiver, Schelling. But how about that touch on that pass as well by the backup QB Partlow, just coming off the bench and showing tremendous touch.
Yeah, this is just called dropping it in the bucket, just right where you want it, right over that right shoulder. Couldn't be thrown any better than that.
That was beautiful. 2nd and 10 for Central Gwinnett. Forrest, left side, complete to Kaffour. Not a big gain, but a positive play. Gets it down in the red zone, down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, Venner, you hit it right on top of the head, a positive play. This is what this offense needs. Stay ahead of the chains, keep going forward, do not go backwards. Now, this is where they stalled last time once they got inside the red zone, because they're used to big plays. They need to sustain some things inside this red zone. They need touchdown here, no field goal.
Well, this is the Achilles heel of these passing-oriented offenses to me. And look at that, right as you said, right after a positive play, another negative play, as it looked like Dacula had the blitz on. And Jacob Brashear came on and dropped Forrest for a loss of 9 yards.
Not what you needed, not what you needed. I mean, this is either Eric has to get rid of this football. It's not there. Throw it in the stands. You don't want to take a sack down here.
No,
just throw it away. Live to play another down. Don't lose this much yardage. Now it's 4th down. It looks like you're going for it.
4th and 11. Too far for the field goal kicker. Forrest over the middle. Oh, he had the man. Bellamy could not bring it in. That's his 2nd drop of the game. A beautiful throw from Forrest, but Bellamy could not complete the play for the Black Knights, so the ball will go over on downs after an 8-play drive. Dacula's offense comes back out on the field.
Eric can throw this football any better than he threw it. This ball hits Bellamy straight in the chest. Oh, it hits him in the face mask. He walks into the end zone on 4th down. That would have been such a huge play and momentum for Central Gwinnett to get back in this ball game, but instead you turn it over on down.
So Dacula will take over 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Hendrick, the sophomore, continues with his 2nd consecutive series at quarterback. Quick throw out to the right side, complete to Fraze, looking for room. Picks up a first down on 1st down. Again, good elusiveness by Fraze.
And here we go again. Backup QBs coming in the ball game, firing away. Backup QBs coming in, showing why they should be playing. And a good job by David coming in here, slaying them. Nothing but a 5-yard hit on the outside. Easy read. He made the play. Now they're moving the chains.
Approaching the halfway mark of the 2nd quarter. Dacula up by 17 and with the ball again. Toss sweep, right side to Mays, nowhere to go. Tell us the thinking. When the ball's on the right hash and you do a toss sweep, you need some space to make those kind of plays work, DJ, yet they do it when they have a short side.
Venner, I have a question mark above my head right now.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I've never understood that.
It puzzles me. I'm not sure if you're just thinking it happens quicker, you can find a hole, you can get to the sideline quicker. I'm not sure, but every time we've seen that this year, it's never been a positive play.
Well, I don't really see it happening very positively on any level, it seems to me.
True.
So a loss of 2, now 2nd and 12. Hendrick back to throw, pump fakes, has a man, caught. That's Jonathan Grant, the junior tight end for the Falcons. Nice gain on the play, little shy of the 1st down.
What I like about this play is how Jonathan Grant steps. You can see David step up, but you can see him attack that football.
Right.
You see him go after that football. He doesn't wait for the football to get to him. He attacks the football. Coach A, he's an aggressive player. never takes a play off. And you can see there, he's a guy who could really catch the ball well in space and also catch it in crowd. He had 3 guys around him.
So glad you pointed out a receiver going and getting the ball. So many times you see him just waiting on it. You got to go get that football, man. 3rd and 4. Handing it off to the big man, Sirleaf, but he is dropped for a loss. Not fooling the Black Knight defense on that 3rd down play. So let's see here if Tommy Jones, he's going to have to kick it away again.
Yeah, they tried some little misdirection, some counter play there. And a good job of Central Gwinnett staying at home, not allowing them to convert this 3rd down. They're getting the football back. It's going to be probably some decent field position. But where they struggle is where they get in the red zone. I don't think Central Gwinnett has a problem moving the football. Just once they get close, they stall some.
Again, C.J. Mays is the Dacula punter. Bellamy is the deep man, but it goes off the side of the foot of Bellamy, so a short kick and then bounces out of bounds. It'll be good field position for Central Gwinnett. They have not had any breaks really at all on offense, but now they'll get the ball at the 46-yard line with little less than 4.5 to go here in the first half.
They're going to need this drive. This is a critical drive, under 5 minutes to go. You see Coach Tommy Jones right there in his 2nd season here at Dacula. Pretty good record. He talks about things they do in the offseason. He talks about how special of a unit they have. They're doing a lot of things to get these kids ready for the next level. And tonight they're showing why they've been so impressive.
1st and 10 for Forrest and the Knights. Complete to Kafour. Good gain on 1st down. Close to another 1st down.
And here's a positive yardage play for Central Gwinnett. Now, the big thing is what happens on this next play. Previous drives, they've always had issues after they pick up a big 1st down. They got to stay ahead of the chain. They got to pick up positive yards right here. Even if it's 2 or 3 yards, pick up positive yards.
Malone, the ball carrier. And there you go, DJ. Finally, after a 1st down, they have a positive play as Malone gets it inside the 40.
Yeah, Malone's a downhill back. He doesn't go east or west. He finds a hole and he hits it. That's what you want from a running back. Good job of Josh Malone hitting that hole and picking up 6 yards on that play, 5-6 yards.
2nd and 5. Again, Malone, the ball carrier, straight up the middle, but hit hard. A yard past the line of scrimmage. Jordan Sanders in on that play.
Big 3rd down play here. And usually on 3rd down, we have seen the Central Gwinnett offense roll force out to the right or to the left and try to find an easy completion of 5-6 yards. See if they do it here. We'll try to roll him out or try to find something quick to get the ball out of his hands. Holding it has been a problem. You got to check. You got to find out where Lawson Cook is, number 18 right there. Make sure he is blocked.
3rd and 4. Cook in on the blitz. Forrest going to a receiver on the right side, but the throw to London Young a little beyond his reach. So once again, a Central Gwinnett drive stalls. They're now facing a 4th and 4. They're in Dacula territory.
Well,
they need a 1st down badly, DJ.
Dacula came after him on that drive right there. They came after Eric on that particular 3rd down to get the ball out of his hands. They had exactly what they wanted in man-to-man coverage. And you see Coach over there talking to Eric saying, you got to take this flat route. I know you've seen one-on-one coverage on the outside, but you got to take the things they give you and pick up the 1st down.
Picking up the 1st downs. That's what it's all about. Deloche will stand at his 50 as Coach Wofford decides to punt it away and not go for it on 4th and 4, but they're pulling off a fake punt. That's Major Bellamy looking for some running room. He's got it, and he's got a 1st down. Nice call, head coach Todd Wofford of Central Gwinnett.
Here's the thing. You had to wonder when they took so long to call for the punt, then maybe they were thinking of something sneaky over there to do. And he comes with the fake punt. They needed it more than anything. They needed this 1st down to try to get some more points on the board. But you got to wonder with how long this took. You see the fake punt. Come on, a little reverse there. And a great job of the guys picking up blocks right here. You see everybody gets a man, guys peeling back. And Bellamy, extra effort getting the 1st down barely.
Good blocking. It was a 4th and 4, and they picked up 9, and the drive continues. Forrest trying to avoid the rush. Moves forward a couple of yards and gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
They wanted to go one-on-one on the backside with Westmoreland, looks like, and he wasn't open. They tried a one-on-one and just didn't have time. And you see Dacula's bringing more pressure now. They're trying to get this ball out of Eric Forrest's hand.
Malone in the backfield with Forrest. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Forrest has a receiver a little short. Schelling tried to get his hands underneath it, and they're going to call it a catch. They're going to call it a catch and move the line of scrimmage down to the 12-yard line. A gain of 20 on that play.
The referees don't have the – like, he's just getting some pressure. If he had a little bit more time to lay this football out, does he catch it?
I call that a catch.
It looks like he got his hands and his arms underneath it. That's an excellent call by the refs to see that. Even better catch by Chris Schelling.
3 receivers out on the left side for Forrest. Goes right side, and again, it is complete. And that's Kufor picking up the football right off his shoe tops.
Right now, Eric having a tough time stepping into football because he's got a lot of pressure in his face. He has to step into it because a lot of his footballs are dying right now. If he gets out in front of them, they can have a chance to run after the catch.
Timeout on the field. Timeout called by Dacula and their head coach, Tommy Jones. 1:21 remaining in the first half. Central Gwinnett on the move, facing a 2nd and 5. They can still get a first down before a touchdown.
34. John, get back. Get back at your spot. Get back out here.
Central Gwinnett, let's listen in.
Even if he's wide out. Emotion's over. Y'all get ready for the bench. Get ready for the big bench. Hey, stay 34. Keep press. Lawson, y'all see the back. We got to see the back even on 34. All right?
You see the coaches giving them some last keys before they going out, telling them to check. You see Clint Jenkins, the D coordinator here at Dacula High School, giving the guys some keys. You see him talking to Lawson, saying, watch the backs coming out the backfield. Watch your keys, read your keys. They're going to try to slip somebody out. Great job down there getting some of that good footage, getting some of that good communication going from player to coach.
2nd and short for the Black Knights. Line of scrimmage just beyond the 7. Big rush on Forrest, throwing it up for grabs, caught. Looks like he got a foot down, but they're calling it incomplete and out of bounds, and I think the back judge might have missed that call, DJ, because I thought,
I disagree with you, man. He didn't get that foot down. I think it's his right foot. He doesn't get it down. He tries to get it down, but I can tell you that right foot does not get down.
I saw a foot down, and I thought it might have been the receiver.
Watch his right foot. Watch his right foot. Right here at the very end, you'll see that right foot.
Oh, yeah.
Jets gets out of bounds.
Right. Good call, DJ. So 3rd and 3.
Great job upstairs, guys.
Forrest over the middle, and also called incomplete, intended for Chris Schelling. A rushed throw by Forrest resulted in a bad throw. So now it'll be 4th down and more decision time for head coach Todd Wolford.
Dacula's found something because they're bringing number pressure now, forcing the ball out of his hands. And it looks like that ball didn't hit the ground. So we're going to see a timeout here because this is a big play in the game. 4th down.
Big play.
Central Gwinnett needs points. They need 6 points right here. They've been down here a couple times. They got what they want, but you got to believe if you're in that huddle right now and you're Central Gwinnett, you got to believe they're bringing pressure. They're blitzing every single time, forcing Eric Forrest to get out of the pocket or throw it off balance or something so he can't complete a good football.
It's been interesting. The pass-oriented offense has had the longest sustained drives, at least 2 so far with over double-digit plays. This one is about to have the 12th play of this drive. But, man, they pick up yardage and they stumble backwards, and they pick up yardage and they stumble backwards. And right now, as DJ mentioned, a huge play in this football game before halftime. 4th and 3 for Eric Forrest and his Black Knight offense, and the line of scrimmage is the 5-yard line. They need 3 to pick up a first, 5 to get a score. Oh, great defense, and again it's Lawson Cook, number 18, disrupting that pass intended for Chris Schelling. So once again, Central Gwinnett turns the ball over on downs, and how about number 18 in blue?
He is just playing lights out right now. I mean, he's blitzing, he's blocking, and he's doing everything. And look at that.
Look at that.
Leaping over him and not even putting that. You see a lot of guys put that backside hand on him. He did not even do that. He just jumped over and just made a outstanding defensive play. He's easily the defensive MVP right now.
Absolutely. 6 foot, 180 pound senior. Heck, just his tenacity alone has to be drawing the attention of some recruiters. He came into the game with 4 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks, 5 hurries of the quarterback. He is added to those categories definitely in this game as Dacula takes over. First down deep in their own territory. Ball carrier Jacques Evangelister.
Yeah, they're going to just run this all the way out to the half. I mean, they have nothing else to prove. They're up by 17 right now. They've done an excellent job controlling this game on both sides of the football. I'm sure they're content going into the halftime with a 17-point lead.
Again, if you joined us late, excuse me, 2 of those scores came on pick sixes for the home team here at Dacula. Whitehead is back in at quarterback. Ball carrier is Brashear. And that should do it for the half. Coming up at halftime, Zach Klein will be checking in with Michael Carvel of the AJC for all the latest recruiting news, including some potential good news for DJ's Bulldogs.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we'll also shine the spotlight on our American Family Insurance Get to the Game player, plus all the scores from tonight's high school football action. The score right here in Dacula at Barron Field is the Falcons 20 and the Black Knights of Central Gwinnett 3. The Black Knights have trailed from the get-go thanks to a couple of defensive pick sixes and also just some drive stalling once they get into the red zone. Along with DJ Shockley, Van Earl Wright, give us your assessment of the first half.
It's just been C.J. Mays and Lawson Cook. That's been the first half.
Go.
Central Gwinnett's going to have nightmares when they see these guys and watch this film. C.J. Mays has done it on both sides of the field. Lawson Cook on defense is just wreaking havoc on Eric Force and his Central Gwinnett offense. Central Gwinnett has to do better in the red zone. They've had time to get down there. They should have at least 17 points just from being down there. They should easily be in this ball game, but not capitalizing on that is really the key in this ball game, along with the 2 pick sixes early in the first quarter.
Again, all the scores from around the state of Georgia here on another Friday night of football coming your way, as well as that recruiting report as Dacula gets ready to celebrate their homecoming for 2014. And so far, so good for the home school. They lead it 20-3. Friday night football from the Channel 2 Sports Zone on WSBTV.com, presented by the Georgia Lottery.
What Dacula loves most about high school is our amazing student section and how the majority of our students are involved in a club or sport. This is Dacula Hawk. Also representing the sophomore class is Miss Caitlin Tyler. Caitlin is escorted by her father, Richard Tyler. Caitlin plays volleyball and basketball for Dacula High School, and she is a member of the chorus and FCA. Caitlin loves the Dacula High School field on home, where every Friday is part of the Dacula family. Miss Caitlin Tyler. And now representing the junior class, Miss Alexis Sedgwick. Alexis is escorted by her grandfather, Mr. Tom Henderson. Alexis is a member of SELF, FCA, and Family Softball. Alexis is also a Governor's Honors nominee. Alexis has learned that time flies by in high school and treasures the time that we have with her classmates. Miss Alexis Sedgwick. Next, representing the junior class is Miss Dacula. Dacula is escorted by her mother, Nicole Dacula. Dacula is a student council officer, a member of DLT, and she plays on our volleyball team. Dacula loves how we are all one big family, students and faculty together. We have the best school spirit in Gwinnett County, and she is also glad to see her high school years at an amazing school like Dacula. Miss Dacula. The last representative of the junior class is Miss Sarah Moore. Sarah is escorted by her father, Mr. Eric Moore. Sarah is a member of Spanish Club, FCA, FCCLA, Chorus, and DLT. In high school, Sarah has learned how important it is to surround yourself with great friends who make you laugh, encourage you to make wise decisions, and who only want the very best for you. Miss Sarah Moore. And now at this time we will recognize our senior representatives. First, we have Ms. Alejandra Aguilar. Alejandra is escorted by her father, Mr. Jamie Aguilar. Alejandra is president of Hope. She is also on Beta Club, NEHS, Freshman Honor Society, and Key Club. Alejandra loves the close-knit feeling among the students and universities that exist at DHS. She plans to attend college and pursue her dream of becoming a veterinarian. Alejandra feels blessed to have great parents and is thankful for their encouragement. Miss Alejandra Aguilar. Next, we have Miss Haley Beach. Haley is escorted by her friend Jesse Rankin. Haley is a member of NEHS, NHS, New Alphabetics, FCA, and Spanish Honor Society. Haley's favorite memory of high school is when she sang and played the guitar at the spring show games. Haley plans to attend college and major in secondary education. Haley would like to thank her parents for everything. Miss Haley Beach. Next we have Miss Cecilia Chastain. She is escorted by her brother, Mr. Dennis Chastain. Cecilia is a varsity cheerleader, tennis player, and cheerleader. She is in the student council, DLT, FCA, NEHS, and FBLA. My favorite memory of high school is getting to run on no big field this year with the Dacula flags actually won the game. After graduation, Dacula plans to attend college and study special education or physical therapy. Christina thanks her mom and dad for loving her unconditionally. Miss Christina Chastain. Next we have Miss Hope Conley. Hope is escorted by her father, Mr. Steve Conley. Hope is in Bronx Club, DLT, Student Council, FCA, Miss School, and Varsity Golf. Hope believes the most important thing she has learned in high school is that you are who you are, and you shouldn't try to change for anything. Hope's dream is to become an actress. We'd like to thank her parents, to know she loves them more, and she can put it in what she can put in the world. Miss Hope Thomas. And now we have Miss Alexis Bennett. Alexis is escorted by her close friend, Mrs. Sharif Rice. She is a member of FCA, FCCLA, Spanish Card, Student Council, Peer Leading, and Drama Club. Alexis loves that she has principal and who makes certain staff and students feel like DHS is their second home. She feels that everyone, the staff, students, and assistant principals generally love and care for one another, and that's something you can only find here. Alexis plans to attend Oglethorpe University and major in business administration. She'd like her parents to know that she loves them more than you know, more than you will ever know. Miss Alexis Bennett. Next representing the senior class is Miss Caroline Hinton. Caroline is escorted by her father, Mr. Sam. Caroline is a member of DSRP, DLP, FCA, NHS, and ULFA. She is student body president and captain of the varsity volleyball team. When asked what she loves most about Dacula High School, Caroline simply says the team. No one can match the enthusiasm of our student body, and nowhere can you find such supportive teachers. Caroline plans to pursue a degree in animal science at the University of Georgia. She would like to thank her parents for supporting and encouraging her and her two brothers, Nathaniel and Lachlan, for always being there for advice, or help, or just a laugh. Miss Caroline Hinton. And now we have Miss Kayla Hunter. She's been escorted by her boyfriend, Central Gwinnett. Kayla is a varsity cheerleader. She is also in Dance Club, Fitness Club, and is president of Spanish Honor Society. Kayla has learned that hard work pays off, and it is the best feeling to get your report card at the end of the semester and know for sure that the work was worth it. Kayla plans to go to college to become a pharmacist. She would like her parents to know that they are amazing. Miss Kayla Hunt. Next we have Miss Devin O'Neill. Devin is escorted by her father, Brian O'Neill. Devin is a varsity cheerleader, as well as a member of Fellowship of Christian Athletes and DLT. Devin's favorite memory of high school is being Mill Creek. She plans to attend Kennesaw State and become a teacher. Devin would like to thank her mom and dad, Scott, for their love and support. Miss Devin O'Neill. Last, representing the senior class, is Miss Emily Dacula. Emily is escorted by her father, Mr. Rusty Dacula. Emily is a varsity softball player. She is a member of Student Council, FCA, and the Dacula Leadership Team. The most important thing Emily has learned in high school is to always stay true to yourself and stand firm in your beliefs. After graduation, Emily plans to attend a four-year college, and she'd like to tell her parents she loves you and to the moon and back. Miss Emily Dacula. Please give a round of applause for our 2014 Dacula High School homecoming court. At this time, we would like to welcome back our 2013 Dacula High School homecoming queen, Miss Missy Johnson. Miss is currently a freshman at Georgia Tech, where she is studying biochemistry, leading outdoor recreation trips and volunteering with a number of community groups. The things she misses most about high school are being involved with the Dacula community, working with great faculty and staff, playing sports, seeing friends, and planning events with Miss Hidalgo and Jacob, Courtney, Caroline, Casey, and Nathaniel. When Missy won the title of homecoming queen last year, it meant the world to her that her classmates thought highly enough of her to vote for her. She still suspects that some of the votes came because she rapped in the promotion video. But it was still an amazing feeling to know that the students of Dacula High School supported her. Her one piece of advice to the students of Dacula High School is that the harder you work in high school, the more opportunities you have to follow high school. So work hard and enjoy being a high school student. Miss Missy Johnson. And now at this time, we would like to announce our 2014 Princess and Queen. Our freshman princess is Miss Skylar English. sophomore princess is Miss Caitlin Collins. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our junior princess is Miss Sarah Moore. And now our 2014 senior princess is Miss Devin O'Neill. And finally, our 2014 Dacula High School homecoming queen is Miss Kayla Hunter. Congratulations to all our nominees, and thank you for being such good representatives.
Back at Barron Field here at Dacula High School, where it's been all Falcons through 2 quarters of play, as they are looking good to stay undefeated and go 6-0 on this 2014 season. Central Gwinnett Black Knights coming off their bye week for the 2014 season. And they've had the football a whole lot in the first half, but they've managed to score just 3 points.
Central Gwinnett has to do better. We mentioned it before we left in the first half. They've done a good job of moving the football, but just haven't done a good job of scoring once getting down there. That field shrinks for them. They're used to making big plays, and they've done that throughout this game, but the field shrinks inside the red zone, and that's been the issue for this Central Gwinnett offense. So they got to do a better job once they actually get into field goal range or even get in the red zone. They have to make sure they capitalize on those long drives.
49 plays run by Central Gwinnett, just 16 plays run by Dacula, but they have a 17-point lead because of 2 pick sixes in the first quarter as we take a look at our first half highlights here on WSBTV.com. The first one was just a good bounce for Azim Cooper.
Just a great play by Azim Cooper, just being aware. The defensive lineman didn't allow him to get the edge, and he ended up coming up with it. Here's the second pick six by C.J. Mays. He just drove on this football, sat on it. Receiver had no chance. He just read the eyes of Eric Forster and taking it back. So he's been a key so far early in this game.
And then number 28 on offense took the pig and took off. Great blocking by the boys up front, and Mays separated himself from the defense and romped 65 yards. A missed PAT resulted in the 20 points. But how about defensively? Now, we showed you 2 pick sixes from Cooper and Mays, but really the star defensively for Dacula, number 18, Lawson Cook.
Lawson Cook's been all over the field in his first half. He's had sacks, he's had caused fumbles, he's been tackling hard in the open field. You see him laying Eric Forster down. He's done a great job in this ball game of making plays. And here's the big play right before the half, stopping them from getting into the end zone on 4th down. So he's done a good job of not only tackling open field, but you can see him also covering guys in space. He can do it all, and that's why he's been pretty impressive here in this first half.
Absolutely. This is a Region 8 showdown for these 2 schools that are just 7 miles apart. And right now, Dacula looking good, and they get the football to start the second half as Cole Deloche lines up to get this second half started.
You got to wonder if Central Gwinnett's going to stack this box as much as they've done, because once the running back gets past that first initial wave, and we saw C.J. Mays, he got past that first initial wave and took it to the house. So you got to see if they can stand up defensively.
Short kick fielded by Grant at the 18-yard line. Good space. Oh, he almost broke through the pack there. Finally wrestled down at the 32-yard line of Dacula. Here's a look at the numbers from the first half.
And what stands out, rushing yards. -1 yard for Central Gwinnett. That comes from a lot of sacks, a lot of pressure. They've thrown the football well, but it's kind of a tale of 2 opposites. You know, rushing yards usually is Dacula's favorite, but not much going offensively. They've done everything on defense.
And you see the 3 turnovers by Central Gwinnett. Dacula came into this game having turned the ball over themselves just twice, but forcing 12 turnovers out of their previous 5 opponents. And a whistle blows the first play from scrimmage in the second half dead. Our referee is Herbert Phillips. And from bad to worse for Central Gwinnett. They start off with a short kickoff to begin the second half, and then they give up 5 yards on a first down penalty on the first play from scrimmage.
I want to give this Dacula offense any help. They've already run the football well. You got to remember, they're up 17 points right now, so they're used to running the football. This feeds right into the game plan that they like to come in with.
Wesley Whitehead is your quarterback. Big hole up the middle for Kevin Ficklin, a senior running back, just 5'7", 170 pounds. Came in with 12 carries for a total of 88 yards. That's a little less than 8 yards per carry. And he has 2 rushing TDs, and that's his first carry of the night.
I mean, Ben, what is he, the 5th or 6th, 4th,
Yeah.
5th back? I mean, it doesn't matter what number he is. They all pick up positive yards, and they're all a pretty good backs.
Picks up a first down, 1st and 10 from the 45. On the reverse, it's Ficklin again, but met solidly there on the other side by Deshaun Oliver, a strong safety for Central Gwinnett.
Good job of him running to the football. Coach talking about Deshaun Oliver as a guy who on the back end, you see at a penalty, holding going
Going to be
backwards.
holding to back up Dacula, and that's really their first mental mistake of the night that I can remember.
Yeah, but that's a good call, man. It's a good job of 43 we just talked about in Deshaun Oliver coming up making a play. 23 tackles on the season. Coach calls him a real physical player.
Just underway here for the second half of Central Gwinnett in the white jerseys at Dacula in their home navy blue and gold slacks. Backing them up 10 yards on the holding penalty, so it'll be 1st and 20 from their own 35. Pitch, left side. Ball carrier Jacob Brashear breaking out past the 45 and getting yet another fresh set of downs. My mistake, C.J. Mays, the ball carrier.
C.J. Mays been known for running this toss. Coach calls it his ideal play if you can get him the ball in open space. And he does a great job once he gets in on the outside and cutting the football back. C.J. Mays is an explosive guy, especially when he gets the ball in open field.
13-yard gain for number 28 in blue. Got a wildcat working. Keelan Frage at the quarterback position, but the whistle blows the play dead. Looked like it was going to be a reverse to Evangelister. Another mistake by the Black Knight defense will result in a 2nd and short for Whitehead and the Falcons. Line of scrimmage at the 47-yard line of Central Gwinnett. Whitehead keeps it himself, picks up the first down. That's what DJ always likes to talk about, staying ahead of the sticks and keeping them moving. Simple play, but it picks up the first down, and that's why it's so effective.
And that theme goes directly into what they're all about. They run the football. They're up 17 points. They want to control the clock. They want to control the game. And the only way to do that is stay ahead of the chains and let that clock keep rolling and give it to your backs. All 7 through 13 of them.
1st and 10 from the Black Knight 44-yard line. Evangelister, the ball carrier, right side. Picks up maybe 5.
And this first drive in the second half is almost a gut check right now for Central Gwinnett's defense.
Sure
they got to
is.
say right now, they got to bow their necks and get a stop. They're moving the football. They're still outside of their range where they can still force a punt. But this is time for them to step up. They need to make a play, force some stops, create a bad turnover or something right here if they want to stay in this ball game.
Gain of 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Quick hitch pass to the left side and unable to be brought in by Keelan Frage. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Falcons. Central Gwinnett caught a little break there. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. We got timeout on the field, injured player, far side, and that is Frage.
Central Gwinnett running to the football thing, and maybe they had a lateral, and this is kind of what you wanted. They got an incomplete pass. Now you're going to force them into a longer down situation. Keelan Frage, one of their better players. You're hoping there's nothing serious. Look like the way they're stretching him, some sort of cramp or so, but we can only see it. You see his numbers on the season.
And again, the number for average is solid, which is really impressive. 13 different guys who've carried the football, and it seems like most of them have a pretty good average per carry.
Yeah, it looks like most of them have over 100 yards as well. So they spread it around, look good, pretty good with whoever gets it, and they all get positive yardage. And like we mentioned, it's the type of ball game that they want right now, where they can give it to all their backs. They can keep them fresh, and that's why they don't worry about guys going both ways, because they have so many guys who can run the football and stay fresh.
Homecoming here tonight at Dacula. Homecoming tomorrow in Athens. But you're there for all the home games, right?
No, I am not. I am not.
I thought you were finally getting paid by the university because your presence draws in that many more fans.
Oh man, Earl, you gotta take the show on the road, man. I tell you.
Only if you come with me. Boy, nasty cramp for Keelan Frage and DJ.
Cramps are tough.
Oh man,
but
they're paralyzing.
It's kind of cool out now, so
I know
he's coming right out of the halftime. Maybe they stretch long enough or something, but he seems to be in a lot of pain. You can only hope it's just a cramp, nothing else too serious.
Hope it's not a knee, but they would not have been stretching him like that if it had been a knee. So get that man some liquid. 3rd and 7 for the Falcons.
Big stand here for Central Gwinnett. They want to be in this ball game. They're in the Wildcat formation. Big play here for Central Gwinnett.
Evangelister, direct snap, pushing the pile, threatening the first down marker.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Very close. Evangelister thinks he's got it. We got to give some credit, too, to the 5 big boys up front for Dacula, because they have been doing a very good job, especially on that 65-yard touchdown romp in the first half by C.J. Mays. They were blocking beautifully on that play.
Yeah, they got some workhorses up front. You see his 4th down actually going for Devin Mims is one of the key guys up front. He has an average grade of 92%, Coach says. He grades out pretty well every week.
4th and 1. Let's see if the Black Knights can bow their necks, as DJ likes to say. Using the hard count. Whistle blows the play dead.
Maybe a false start on the offense.
There you go, DJ. So a 4th and 1 results in a 4th and 6, and head coach Tommy Jones doesn't hesitate at all, immediately sends out his punt team, but he's nevertheless very frustrated. Tommy Jones, in his 2nd year, said he loves to play football old school style. He loves to win ugly. He was the head coach at Lumpkin County for 7 years before coming over here to Dacula, and he's now in his 2nd season. C.J. Mays, the punter for Dacula. Fair catch, fumbled the football. Major Bellamy, but he's able to get on it. And now here comes the Central Gwinnett offense for the first time in the second half, led by quarterback Eric Forrest, number 15.
Talk about a team that's being resilient. Coach talked about for Central Gwinnett, they talk about a saying they have, it's E plus R equals O, which means event plus responsive equals the outcome. And they talk about staying above or below the line. He said successful people usually stay above the line, and that's kind of the thing he's been teaching his kids this year. Last year they were 2-8. This year they've definitely turned it around. It's because of the leadership of the seniors like Forrest.
1st and 10 from their own 10 as Forrest looks over to the bench and head coach Todd Wofford for an audible. Staying on the ground on 1st down. Ball carrier is Chris Schelling, one of the fastest players on the team for the Black Knights. Came in with over 300 yards receiving so far this season. This is just their 5th game since they had last week off. Forrest, quick throw on the wide receiver screen. That's complete to Schelling. Good gain on 2nd down. Looks like it'll be 3rd and short for CG.
They had a play set up there, but it actually could have been stopped. Jacob Brashear, number 20, outside linebacker, actually just overran the play and could have made the play for a stop.
So now 3rd and 2. Oh, another whistle. My goodness gracious. And another mistake by the Black Knights. Illegal procedure, backing them up 5 yards. They finally had a Great situation on 3rd down, but now instead of 3rd and 2, it'll be 3rd and 7.
Got to do better. You're on 3rd and 2. You got a chance to run or throw, and now you get the penalty, forcing yourself back. Got to do better.
Forrest with the quick release, overthrew his intended receiver Schelling on the right side. And Forrest paid the price on that one. Once again, Lawson Cook letting him know he's still on the football field.
You got to think early in the football game when he had those couple pick sixes, they wanted to throw that little small hitch route, and you see Evan like he's holding his left arm there. You hope he's all right, but he's not even grabbing that chin strap with his left shoulder. You can hope he's all right. You can see him there favoring a little bit and just letting it hang. But you got to wonder if those pick sixes early really affected that throw there, because it was supposed to be a quick throw.
Cole Deloche kicking it away. Good kick over the head of C.J. Mays. It'll go out of bounds at the 40-yard line, but the end result is still good field position for the Falcons.
Yeah, Dacula is in a good position right now. They're actually controlling this ball game. Central Gwinnett can't get much done on offense, especially coming out of the second half. You expect better production, but right now you're not getting it. Dacula is going to run the football. And Central Gwinnett has to come to the realization that if they want to win this football game, they got to create a turnover, or they got to make sure they stop them and offensively do better.
Again, these are the numbers for Wesley Whitehead. Came in with just 14 pass attempts.
And this is not just for the day, people. This is for the season. I know it looks like
exactly
for the day, but they don't throw it as much as we talked about.
Dejon Sirleaf, the lone running back. He'll get the football. All 240 pounds of him. Picks up a couple of yards on 1st down. This is a situation that is perfect for Dacula, since they came in as a team with close to 1,400 yards on the ground, but just 172 through the air. But when you've got a 17-point lead, as Sirleaf comes up a little gimpy, you want to go to your run game, and that is the strength of the team in blue. On the other hand, Central Gwinnett's strength is passing. So if you're trailing by 17, you want to be able to throw the ball around, but they have been unable to connect so far. 2nd and 8. Look at that big burly Sealeaf, and then you go to the quickness of Keelan Fraze back to back. That'll keep you on your heels.
Well, it's good to see Keelan Fraze back in the ballgame. We saw him a few minutes ago walking off the field, not looking like he was in a lot of pain, actually. So it's good to see him get the football, a better run. Now he's coming off, but a good job of their staff getting him back ready to go. He obviously must have just been cramps with him coming off earlier.
And a good gain on 2nd down, resulting in a 3rd and short situation. Wesley Whitehead, the quarterback for Dacula. Handing it off to Sirleaf, but he stopped, it looks like, short of the 1st down marker.
There's Central Gwinnett right there making a stand. That's what we talked about before this series started. Somebody up front has to make a play. You see number 9, Omar Lopez, in the middle right there, clogging up the gap, looking real mean in there. That's what you got to have. The guys in there plugging up those gaps, forcing Dacula into another punt. But now it flips over offensively. Can you make something happen? Can you do something with the football and get back in this ball game?
Mays back to punt for the Falcons. Bad snap, but Mays is able to handle it. Good kick, fielded by Bellamy cleanly this time. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Black Knights at their own 21-yard line.
All right, it's time for the senior Eric Forster to say, all right, now it's time for me to get something together. You see him back on the field. Looks like he's in a little bit better spirits now, not just holding that arm. But he has to take this ball game over right now. He has to turn to the other 10 guys on the field, follow me. You see the stats on the year. He has done it. He can throw it. He has to put his team on his back right now and drive this football field right now.
He's a senior quarterback. He should have the ability to do it, but the 1st down throw is beyond the outstretched hands of Sam Westmoreland.
This is a signature play in their offense.
Exactly.
So, in my mind, you have to hit these. He's open.
Those.
He's open. You got to give it to him. This is pitch and catch. Don't try to throw it too hard. Just give him a nice catchable football.
And, head coach Todd Wofford told us, there's a lot of pass plays, but a lot of those are short pass plays that kind of have the same effect as running plays. As Forrest almost picked off. Looks like the receiver slipped down, intended for Bellamy, and he comes up slowly on the far side.
Yeah, I thought it was a miscommunication at first, but now you look and see that he kind of just fell on the previous play.
Back deep again, Kelan Frage. Tommy Jones for Dacula, head coach, likes a lot of his players to play both offense and defense. Paying off for him so far. They're 5-0 and looking to go 6-0 right now. 3rd and 10 for Central Gwinnett and Eric Forrest. This time trying the left side and looked like it might have gotten tipped at the release point. I'm not sure. Either way, it was way off the mark. So another punt for the Black Knights, and they're not showing much positive energy right now.
Two things better. I think Eric Forrest on that drive, he's just discombobulated. Nothing when he threw that football those 3 times, nowhere near any of his receivers. Second time, it looks like Xavier Kufor was not even running, but then I look at the football, the ball's out of bounds. He doesn't even have a chance to catch the football. You got to wonder what's going on with Eric Forrest over there now.
Very disheartened is how they look. Cole Deloche kicks it away. Short kick hits the ground at the 48-yard line and will bounce out of bounds. So field position, once again, excellent for Dacula as they mark it at the 49-yard line.
Even if Central Gwinnett hasn't or weren't able to score, they need at least to change the field position.
Well, those 3 plays only took 18 seconds. So.
And you didn't even move the field at all. Now you're still giving Dacula some nice field position, but you got to at least change the field position. Make them go full field, not half the field as they've been doing the last couple of series.
Whitehead remains at quarterback as we approach the 4-minute mark. Toss sweep to Mays. Good running room, still on his feet. Still fighting for yards, trying to get it down to the 40-yard line. They'll mark him at the 42.
Man, that Mays is quick as a cat, man.
Did you see him when he put his foot in the ground? Man.
Look at this replay. Look at this. Once he finds out he wants to go north and south, he goes and he gets there right now. And then he's elusive in the open field. He's hard to tackle. I like this Mays kid running the football.
Me too. All kinds of athletic ability.
He can play a little defensive back, too.
And he can kick.
And he can kick.
He handled that high snap, that last punt, with the greatest of ease. 2nd and 3 for the Falcons. Mays again the ball carrier. Inside the 40, slips, stays on his feet, fights for yardage, and gets it down to about the 27-yard line.
Mays said, listen, this is my team. We're undefeated. You guys can get on my back, and I'll carry you all the way down the field. I mean, he does a great job up front. Some of his offensive linemen doing a great job blocking for him up front. You saw Stephen Hayes, number 71, who coach calls the bell cow of this offensive line, opened up a huge hole for him. And he's getting all the love from his guys on the sideline, as he should, because he's playing a great game.
Another fresh set of downs for the Falcons as they move the line of scrimmage to the 33 of Central Gwinnett. Ball carrier, Kevin Ficklin.
To give some of the big guys some love up front, you're talking about number 57, Ethan Stokes.
I tried to set you up to do that a few moments ago, and you totally ignored me.
Ethan Stokes has a 3.9 GPA.
Wow.
Matthew Agnew, he's the lead up front. He makes all the calls. Tyler Brown, this is only his 2nd start ever, number 74. You see number 68, who we already talked about, who averages 92% up front. Coach gives the highest praise. He's a 2-year starter.
That's a football grade, right? Not a
yeah, football
okay.
grade. Yeah.
Thank you. I just wanted to clarify. Oh, look at the quickness on display of Kelan Frage.
The wiggle.
Mercy. Those are some quick feet right there.
That's what you call the wiggle. You ever had the wiggle, Van Earl? Get a little wiggle?
No. I have no idea what that feels like to have that kind of quickness. None.
They got some backs. I mean, when we talked to Coach before the game, he said, I cannot wait to unleash these backs on the county, on Central Gwinnett, because these guys can run the football. And it's like they're just wearing these guys down. They're just bringing in back after back after back. And you see some guys with their hands on their hips. They're a little tired. They've been on the field a lot. So
absolutely.
Especially in this second half.
Less than 2 to go in the third quarter. Mays dropped for a loss. Finally a positive play defensively. Sidney Willis, a safety for the Black Knights, comes up and does a good job as a run stopper.
Yeah, Sidney Willis has been good for him this season as well. He's one of the more impressive guys. He leads the team in sacks. So they've been looking for him to make more plays, but he actually came over with a big stop there, and they finally got to C.J. Mays, but Dacula doesn't mind. It's 4th down. We'll go for it.
4th and 8 in that in-between area between field goal possibilities and just going for it. Look at that beautiful opposite pitch. C.J. Mays showing the speed and picking up the first down on 4th and 8. And that is a major shot to the morale of Central Gwinnett, a gain of 12 yards.
Perfect play call in this situation. You get the end to crash down. He does not keep contained. Tyler Miller, number 46, a linebacker for Central Gwinnett. And you get C.J. Mays in open space with that much green grass. That's an easy first down.
All the way down to the 19-yard line. 1 minute left in the third quarter. Staying on the ground, and that's what they do. Looks like Brashear, yes, is the ball carrier.
This is the type of drive, this is the type of ball control that Dacula likes to do. And this is just, exactly, Ben just did the punch side. This is exactly what they're doing. They're just punching Central Gwinnett right now and seeing if they can stand up. We talked about them being against the ropes. Right now they're just punching them and wearing them down. Jacob Brashear, another guy added to the list of yards, and we've seen him on defense making plays. They got players all over doing a lot of different good things.
2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line. Good stop that time. Nigel Adams, first man there to slow down Evangelister.
That'll probably be the last play of this quarter, and that's exactly how they would like to finish a quarter, running the football, running the clock out, controlling the line of scrimmage. They've done it. Central Gwinnett has not yet been able to stand up.
All Dacula so far through 3 quarters. They lead it 20-3. And we thank you for watching some Friday Night Football from the Channel 2 Sports Zone, presented by the Georgia Lottery, right here on WSBTV.com.
Returns with the biggest games and the biggest rivalries, and will be broadcasted tonight live from Dacula. Short Zone Friday at 11:20, only on Channel 2. We also want to thank our game night sponsors, Salon 124 and Genesis Salon. Welcome to our new corporate sponsors, Joey Rock and Ty Amato, and our new silver sponsor, Coach Dippet. We also want to thank Friends Short Sales for providing coverage here each Sunday.
Along with DJ Shockley, I'm Van Earl Wright. As the fourth quarter begins here at Barron Field at Dacula High School, 3rd and 7 for the home team. Quick pass, low and off the mark, intended for Frage. Whitehead, the quarterback.
Not sure why they threw the football, knowing they were going to go for it on 4th down. You could probably pick up another couple yards. and make it an easier 4th down. We've seen them go for it on 4th down already. But it looks like they're going to bring on the kicking unit possibly, or just changing guys out. But they're going to try the
field
kick.
goal. I think it's the heavy. No, it is a field goal. My mistake. That's Antonio Yin. Whitehead is the holder. Chase Francis is the snapper. Low kick and pulled it left. So the field goal try by Dacula off the mark. And the ball will go over on downs to Central Gwinnett. Just 10 seconds into the 4th period. A 10-play drive that resulted in 0 points for Dacula. Eric Forrest, the quarterback for the Black Knights. As DJ mentioned a couple of minutes ago, he needs to step up and be a leader for his team and get his club excited and showing some energy. And on 1st down, has a receiver, but underthrows him. It skips, intended for Westmoreland.
It's a good job of him fighting through that tackle, just not going down. And we just mentioned he has to be a player who has come out of here. They're down 17. They haven't been able to do much in the 3rd quarter, but there's still plenty of time to get some stuff going. The defense has stood up to Dacula, so it's time for their offense to make a stand now and say, hey, can we go down and score points?
All kinds of time. They get a score here. It's a winnable ball game. Forrest handles the high snap, scrambles around, stops short of the line of scrimmage, throws it up for grabs. Not a good idea. Mays almost had his 2nd pick of the night.
I know it's late in the game.
And a flag comes out.
Yeah, here comes a late
after the play.
Late flag, but Eric's a senior. This is something you can't do. I know you're trying to make a play, but you got to give your team a chance. You just can't throw it up for grabs with 2 guys right there.
This might be on the sideline.
Extreme confidence in his receiver.
The intended receiver was Kufor. Came into this game with 14 catches and 1 TD catch as Herbert Phillips and his crew try to figure out the flag. This is by far the most talkative referee crew we've seen in our broadcast history. Personal foul against the defense, hit to the head. Wow. So that'll be an automatic 1st down for the Black Knights. And it moves the line of scrimmage out to the 35-yard line. Mays, it looks like, is the guilty party on that one.
Well, if you can't get it offensively with your own offense, why not take the penalties?
So 1st and 10 from their own 35. Let's see if Central Gwinnett's able to take advantage of this. Josh Malone in motion. Little screen, caught, Shelling, the receiver, and gets it out to the 45-yard line.
That's a nice job. That's something I probably would have asked for early in the game, these screen plays like this to get the guys in open field and also to settle down the air, get them some nice easy throws. And that's a good job. You see Chris Shelling, another one of their dynamic receivers on the year, 18 yards per catch. You can see there, once he got the football in his hand, he gets in open field and makes it hard to tackle.
Stack trips on the near side for the Black Knights. Malone, the ball carrier. Good move up the middle. Dodged another defender and got it into Falcon territory all the way down to their 45, and another flag in the backfield of Central Gwinnett, and that's usually always offense, and it is holding just to nullify one of the more positive running plays on the night.
You hate to see that call come back. You hate to see that play come back. That was an excellent run by Malone. The cut and getting upfield. We talked about how he gets north and south. He's done a good job of doing that tonight. It's just disappointing to see a run like that come back and be unsuccessful.
Now, they move the football back 14 yards, but it's a holding penalty, and that should be a 10-yard penalty. Seems to me the line of scrimmage should be the 35, not the 32.
You would think they'd call it from the place of the holding, so I'm not sure.
Forrest over the middle, threw it behind Westmoreland. He was unable to reach back and catch it, and he was also covered by 2 guys. Good coverage that time by Corey Ames and Evangelista.
Absolutely. You hit it right on the head, Van Earl. The ball was behind him. You see Eric there barking out stuff to his receivers, but he had to put that ball out in front of him. Maybe he saw something out in front that he didn't like, but if that's the case, you got to go to another receiver, find somebody else.
11 minutes to go in this game, and the left side moved too quick. Number 54, Marcellus Cooper. Sorry, 74, Tony Gray. So again, they're going backwards instead of forwards.
Tony a little eager. Now you're really fighting behind the chains after the big holding penalty. It is just hard to overcome these self-inflicted wounds, especially when you're down 17. And you can see number 54, Marcellus Cooper, coming off the field. Looks like he had a little injury. Hopefully he's all right.
Line of scrimmage moved back to the 27, and they've got to get it all the way to the 45-yard line of Dacula for a first down. Swing pass to the left side, complete to Bellamy. Good run after the catch, but still more than 15 yards shy of the first down marker.
Nice job of picking up a lot of yardage right there on that second down to make it a little bit easier on third down. You don't ever want to say 3rd and 15 is a little bit easier, but it's a lot easier than where you came from. And you see Bellamy coming off the field now holding his left shoulder. He took a couple hits as he tried to take on a couple Dacula defenders. But I love his effort. I love his effort. I love his attitude, trying to fight to get extra yardage. Hopefully he's okay.
Forrest rolling to his left. Tucking and running. Gets it out beyond the 45, but still some 9 yards shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, that whole series was doomed from the beginning. You thought it would have started well with the personal foul penalty. They moved the chains, and then they had the holding penalty, then had another procedure penalty that set them back for a long, long down, and it's just hard to overcome when you have so many penalties in one series.
4th and 8, so Deloche is on again to punt it away. He stands at his own 35-yard line. High snap, handled by Deloche. Ugly kick, but a good-looking bounce. Back to return was Keelan Frage. And here comes the run-oriented offense for Dacula. And it looks like Whitehead will continue. Nope, they're bringing in David Hendrick, the sophomore quarterback, to get him some reps, and why not?
Perfect time for it. I mean, you're up 17. You got 9 minutes to go. Central Gwinnett hasn't shown they can score any points on offense, so you got to feel good about playing your backup quarterback and getting him some live action when the lights are on. And he actually came in early and played pretty well, completed a couple passes. But you got to figure with 9 minutes to go in the ball game, they would love to have a 9-minute drive all the way to end this football game.
Absolutely. They'll start at their own 11-yard line. Hendrick fumbles the snap. Ball still loose. Wow. Deshaun Oliver looks like he was the first man there. And this could be a wonderful opportunity. Yes, it is Central Gwinnett football, and they will take over right just inside the 15-yard line of Dacula.
Well, there you go, Veneral. We just talked about David coming in the ball game, and it wasn't going to change anything. But right now, that false step there, that drop, that's going to be over. That's going to be hard to overcome. You see him coming on the sideline. But here's also where Central Gwinnett has struggled in the red zone.
Absolutely.
They haven't scored any points. They've been down here at least 3 times and came away empty.
Line of scrimmage at the 14-yard line. Need to go to the end zone on first down. Instead, they swing it out to Malone left side, and another flag comes in the offensive backfield as Malone gets it inside the 10-yard line, but that could be a late hit on the quarterback.
Here's another thing. If he gets that ball out in front of him, he's got the defensive back outflanked. I think ever since that first half, it just hasn't been right for Eric throwing the football. I don't think he's been as confident and sure of himself throwing the football later in this ball game since the early interceptions.
Roughing the passer. I got that one right, DJ.
There you
Just
go,
wanted to point
Banner.
that out to you.
1-0, baby. Well, no, you're 1-1 tonight. You're 1-1.
Okay, for tonight. Thank you.
And there's a late hit to
my.
the face. Oh, man.
That was not pretty. And that's Lawson Cook, who's been a headhunter. Well, that might be a negative term. He's been popping people left and right, and especially popping Eric Forrest. That one was a little too late.
Yeah, the headhunter was not the good one there.
All the way down to the 5-yard line. So here we go. 1st and goal for the Black Knights. Forrest, wide receiver screen complete. Kafour gets it into the end zone, but another flag is down, this time at the 11-yard line.
Did they get the quarterback again?
I don't know. Referees talking. Oh, I mean, they're doing a good job.
Hey, man, hey.
They're doing a good job.
Nothing wrong with calling out the refs. We can call out the refs right now. Coaches can't do it, but wait.
Oh, they can't. They just have the ability to get in their faces because they're down there.
They're just making sure they get the right calls, man.
Thank you, DJ.
They try to make sure they get everything correct. But you got to wonder.
Sam Westmoreland.
We'll watch the replay and see if we see anything from the replay to suggest what they're talking about. And it's the quarterback again. That doesn't look like it's a bad hit.
Oh, it was retaliation. He's sick and tired of 18 in his grill all night.
That is what it is.
You just got to wonder.
Eric Forrest comes over with the overhand left to the back of the helmet of Lawson Cook. Come on, Eric. You can't do that, man.
No, you can't.
I think they're wondering, should we throw him out the game right now?
No, I think they're discussing if it should be offsetting.
Offsetting for who?
Well, Lawson got it in his
all
face.
He did, he hit him. He hit him. That's all he did.
He didn't lead with the top of his hat?
No, that's square. He's just shorter than Eric, so it looks like that.
Okay.
He came with the open hand, so I don't know.
No, he did come with the open hand, that's for sure. Herbert Phillips with the call. Against the quarterback.
Yeah, we can watch the replay again. You can see right at the end, Lawson Cook drives into him. He's mad about that, and bam, there goes the left. There's your personal foul. Lawson Cook said, give it back.
The touchdown.
Lawson Cook gets his 15-yarder back.
Yeah, he does.
I don't think these guys are going to shake hands after the game.
Head coach Todd Walker wants more of an explanation from referee Herbert Phillips.
If he saw what we saw, he wouldn't even have to ask what happened.
No.
Lawson trying to act like he was just trying to get his arm out of the way. No, buddy. We got the replay up here.
Yeah. But I'm not going to invite the referees to come up and take a look because they take long enough to decide a call down there on the field. So it'll still be 1st and goal, but the line of scrimmage is the 20-yard line.
Wow. There we go. Once again, nullifying a good play for Central Gwinnett. Does this hurt them going forward when they had an easy touchdown, still had a lot of time on the clock?
Over the middle, caught, and and he drops the ball. Is it going to be ruled down or a fumble? That's close, and you got to wonder if Bellamy was able to break the plane.
Venner, here's the question at hand. This still can be a fumble because I don't know if he reached out. If he reached out and crossed the plane.
Hold on, they just said second down.
Yeah,
so.
they said second down, but also he landed on top of the defensive back.
Right, good point.
So that is the only reason why I question. That's why I question would it be still a fumble or not. But it's called on the field, so it is now.
Right. So they're ruling that he was down before he lost the ball, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
We'll have to go back and look at that one.
Bellamy in motion, busted play, and Forrest takes it in himself. He was looking to hand it off, but the running back was on the other side. But the bottom line is that Central Gwinnett finally scores their first touchdown of the night. For a team that came in averaging 26 points per game, That's a much-needed 6 right there for Eric Forrest and his club.
Yeah, they needed that, but you got 8 minutes. The clock is not on your side right now, and you're playing a team that runs the football very well.
Cole Deloche on for the point after. Up and good. So at the 8:19 mark of the 4th period, Central Gwinnett finally gets it into the end zone as Eric Forrest better let it alone and be thankful for the score. Friday Night Football presented by the Georgia Lottery on WSBTV.com. .8:19 to go in the 4th period. Central Gwinnett has cut the Dacula lead in half to 10 points. The pooch kick fielded by Grant. Good run and finally rocked just at the 27-yard line. Good return, but also a good tackle to stop the return.
And here's the play that was in question about, was it a fumble? You can see as he goes to the goal line, as he tries to stretch out, he lands on top of the defensive back. Look at there.
Keelan Frage.
He never – you see that?
Fumble,
that's
man.
a fumble. He never really hit the ground. He landed on top of him as he was trying to reach out for the football, for the end zone. So a big break for Central Gwinnett. Great camera view right there from the guys up top.
Wesley Whitehead, starting quarterback, back on the field. Handing it off to Brashear, fighting for yards and gets it out to the 32.
Central Gwinnett has 3 timeouts. I'm not sure they want to use them this early, but they still got 3 timeouts. They need to get a stop here. That's a must. Can't give up any extra first downs here or that. That adds to at least 2 or 3 or more minutes on the clock.
They mark it at the 31, so it'll be 2nd and 7. Time for the Black Knight defense to step up. Mays, the runner. Check that, Ficklin, the ball carrier.
All right, good job on 1st and 2nd down of not giving up a big play for Dacula. Now Central Gwinnett, big 3rd and 3 to 4. Can they actually come up with a stop here and force another punt and really make this game interesting? And at this point, 3 or 7 would be good to get back in this ball game. Big 3rd down here.
And the Falcons have big number 8, Bajan Sirleaf, as the up back. C.J. Mays.
I would assume the ball is going to go wherever he goes.
You bet. Timeout on the field. Timeout called by Central Gwinnett. And there you go, DJ, as head coach Todd Wolford spins or burns the first timeout of the 2nd half.
I'm sure they probably didn't want to use it right there, but something they probably saw on defense, they weren't lined up right, that would give up a first down. I think they would take the timeout over giving up the first down. So they're going to make sure they lined up correctly and all gaps are filled so they get a big stop here to force a 4th down punt.
Want to remind you folks, make sure you flip over to Channel 2 tonight at 11:20 for all the best highlights. #1 rated high school football highlight show for the Atlanta area. Zach Klein, Anthony Amy, and DJ Shockley recapping all the night's action. And as we play football on the first Friday in October, everybody's pretty much in region play, so the intensity increases. Right now, Dacula looking for a first down on 3rd and 3 with the ball at their own 35-yard line. And there is Adonis Thomas, number 5. We gave him a lot of love at the beginning of the game, but we haven't mentioned his name really all night long.
Yeah, he's a tough player, though. I mean, they do a good job of getting up on the linebackers. I'm talking about Dacula, so it's been tough for him.
Whitehead dropped the snap, gave it to Mays, and he easily found the first down as he got it out to the 44-yard line.
That's devastating for Central Gwinnett to not be able to get that stop on 3rd down, not keeping containment, allowing C.J. Mays to bounce that football outside, picking up the first down, and now it's all about staying in bounds, and the clock's still running. They stopped the clock to move the chains, but they say the clock is still going to be running, and that's what they want. And you see C.J. Mays excited about what's to come and taking his team to a new level and getting them to 6-0.
1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Mays, the ball carrier, huge hole up the middle, and he carries the football into Black Knight territory down to the 48-yard line. And this is custom fit for this Dacula offense.
And this is where it's dangerous for Central Gwinnett, because one time this thing could pop, and you see the hole there. He gets 6-7 yards before he's even touched. Good job up front by the big guys up front, opening holes, creating space. And guys like C.J. Mays don't need a lot of space.
He looks good. Less than 6 to go here at Barron Field, Dacula High School. Giving it to the up back, the nose guard, John Serby. Picks up a couple, and a flag comes out.
Tippers are flaring for Central Gwinnett, looks like.
I hope that you're appreciating my restraint to once again analyze.
Well, you know what?
The NATO
the people can't see you.
referees.
The people can't see you in the booth right now.
Yes.
But you're about to bite off your fingernails, and your legs are up here chattering at 100 miles an hour, like you're itching. So you're not saying anything, but I feel your emotion up here right now.
We're proud to bring you all the chapters of the NATO Conference of Referees. This is a Region 8 showdown here in Class 6A. And you see Dacula hanging tough with Grayson. We've already shown you one of the games with the Grayson Rams as they took care of business against Parkview. They've got an excellent looking sophomore quarterback, does Grayson. And Dacula is hanging right there with them and looking good to go 6-0 in the season. And oh my goodness, how many yards are they going to mark off? Unsportsmanlike conduct. Looks like 2 of them. So a 30-yard penalty, is that what we got here?
Wow. Wow.
You got to win with class and you got to lose with class. Moves the line of scrimmage all the way down to the 19-yard line. Again, these two schools just 7 miles apart. So you know 90% of these players
know each other.
Both squads have been chatting back and forth. And it's homecoming night for Dacula.
Pretty good homecoming night for Dacula.
You bet.
Not so much for Central Gwinnett, coming in here with high hopes. Now you see getting under the 5.5 mark time.
Again, C.J. Mays, the ball carrier, wrestled down by Tyler Miller. And a very disappointing night it has to be for Central Gwinnett head coach Todd Wofford, because he told us he was really feeling good about his ball club. They started off with a season opening loss to Collins Hill, and he thought that they were showing improvement from game to game as they ripped off 3 straight wins before they went into their bye week last Friday. And now coming out of that, to have such a disappointing showing by a high-powered offense has got to be really perplexing for Coach Wofford.
Yeah, I talked to him before the game, and he was extremely excited to get his guys into this ball game to see how they were faring, and really thought if they came away with this game, it really would say a lot about his team. And they've struggled a little bit tonight offensively, not getting a lot done. Defensively, they played pretty well because, I mean, you look at this ball game, there are 14 points given up on turnovers. So, you know, a couple plays here and there, and this game is a lot closer than it looks.
2 pick sixes for Dacula, and the 3rd touchdown coming courtesy of a 65-yard touchdown run from C.J. Mays. Gives us a chance to take a look at some of the better teams throughout the state in Class 6A, and you see Dacula ranked in the top 10. We've seen McEachern. They lost on the road to Buford, but they seem to have righted their ship. North Cobb started off the season with an outstanding win on the road at North Gwinnett, and that's a big showdown between the Bulldogs of North Gwinnett and Norcross.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be a huge game. And also you see Grayson's number 4, Dacula's number 8. So both those guys been in the same region. It's going to be tough to see who comes out of it, because it's going to be interesting with so many top-tier teams playing each other coming up in the next few weeks. So it's going to be interesting.
South Georgia looking pretty good in 2014.
Looks very nice. A lot of schools playing really well. See Lowndes there, a lot of good schools. You see Colquitt County playing Lowndes this week, so that's going to be interesting to see who comes out of that with a big win, and that's going to affect this ranking as well as the season goes on.
Number 1 against number 3. Second timeout burned by Central Gwinnett. 3rd and 8 from the 17 for Dacula. Ficklin, the ball carrier, fighting for yardage. Needed to get to the 9. Looks like he might have been stopped just outside the 10. And it looks like head coach Tommy Jones, I thought he was going to bring out the field goal unit, but he might be going for it on 4th down.
Yeah, it's 4th and 2. I mean, why not? You've done a good job running the football. You got C.J. Mays back in the ball game. Run it right downhill. Pick up the 1st down and put this ball game away. Bijan Sirleaf also in the ball game to help move the pile.
4th and 2. Mays, the ball carrier, easily picks up the 1st down, keeps the clock moving, and extends the drive even more. And you see some chattering going on. They're about to have the 10th play of this drive. Mays doing a lot of that chattering, and unfortunately, Greg McPherson, the nose tackle, is down after the play.
Hate to see anybody go down, especially this late in the ball game. You don't see anybody go down at all, but especially this late in the ball game when the game's kind of gotten out of hand for Central Gwinnett. Try to get out of here with everybody healthy. Hopefully he's okay. He squirmed a little bit, but he looks like they're looking at his ankle. So hopefully he's okay. Not maybe just got rolled up underneath that pile.
As they tend to McPherson, I just want to send out a personal thank you to DJ Shockley for not bringing up last Saturday's shocker of a football game in Columbia, South Carolina.
It's quite all right. You know, just the point that you know that I know I could bring it up, and what you feel from it is enough for me. So I know that you heard from it, so it's quite all right. The Gamecocks let you down.
Oh,
and
man.
As a Georgia fan now,
hey, you came close.
I really love South Carolina because every year.
No, you don't. You're still loving Missouri. This next week, you're not going to like Missouri.
Every year, South Carolina finds a way to let my Bulldogs back in the East race.
Oh, man, there you go. Here's the shot to the gut. And I asked for it.
It's quite all right. South Carolina probably lose a couple more games, so it's all right.
I need to see you guys win on the road in Columbia, Missouri. Next week here on WSBTV.com, Cherokee at Milton. Cherokee County against Fulton County? You don't know? Come on, man.
I'm from the south side, baby.
Oh, that's right.
I only know the
Yeah,
south side.
Yeah, but you live on the north side.
And I live on the north side. So I know the north side and I know the south side. Everything else that's out of my range, buddy.
McPherson being helped by some teammates.
I know how to get down 316. I've been there before. You know where that is? You've been there before.
That's right. Many times. First and goal for the Falcons. Mays cut down at the 5-yard line, and the clock continues to run.
Central Gwinnett has to say, we don't want to give up any more points right now. Force them to kick a field goal. Force them to go for it on 4th down. Don't allow an easy touchdown here. Less than 3 minutes to go in the ball game. I know they can't kneel down 3 more times, but they definitely can run the clock all the way down. But Central Gwinnett, stop them.
Let me get your opinion as Dacula continues just to try to run out the clock here with a 10-point lead. Your opinion on the power of the SEC West. I mean, tomorrow, huge games.
Yeah.
3 games, and all 6 teams in those 3 games are ranked in the top 15. I mean, that's amazing.
It's going to be a great weekend for college football. Good job, Central Gwinnett here, just forcing C.J. Mays out of it and forcing him way back there. But he's going to take away from his yardage. But going back to the SEC West, man, it's going to be tough. You got so many big games coming out of there. 2 big games in Mississippi with Alabama and Ole Miss, and Texas A&M and Mississippi State. I mean, those are key matchups. And Ole Miss and Mississippi State used to be like the little brothers of the league.
Exactly.
And now they're top 15. They're competing. They're making this, game days down in Ole Miss. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens this weekend.
Minute and a half remaining here at Dacula High School. It's a 3rd and goal for the home team. They lead it by 10. They give it to C.J. Mays, looking for the end zone, but stopped short by Adonis Thomas and John Stafford. Right now, my 2 stars of this game, DJ, are Mays and on the defense, number 18, Lawson Cook.
Both were exceptional. Both really established themselves early in the ball game and made their presence known, really created a lot of different things for their teammates, and also made a lot of great individual plays. So both those players deserve to be co-MVPs of this ball game, if you say so for me.
I found it pretty interesting. Lawson Cook hit quarterback Eric Forrest late after 1 play, and then about 3 plays after that, he draws the unsportsmanlike penalty from Forrest and gets those 15 yards right back.
Yeah.
That he's got a lot of good football instincts.
Coming into this ball game, Dacula had won 8 of the last 10 in this series. Looks like it's going to 9 now.
You bet.
So they definitely had some good success versus Central Gwinnett, and Dacula's going to be tough to beat. We've seen some pretty good teams this season, and we've seen a lot of great backs too, but I don't know if we've seen a combination of different backs like this Dacula team has.
No, we haven't. So many different players who can run the football for the Dacula football team. And I was looking at the rushing leaders for the state of Georgia, and I was surprised that Eric Sweeney is not in the top 5, but I think Chip Walker's just kind of taking care of him and, not putting him out there in harm's way as C.J. Mays.
He didn't get in?
No. Stopped shy of the goal line.
Wow. I thought the
line judge said he did not break the plane.
Looked like C.J. Mays just let up at the end because he thought he was in.
He did let up.
He let up, and Central Gwinnett didn't let up. He laid into him. So that's a pride thing right there. If anything, I guess Central Gwinnett the pride win for tonight. I know it doesn't mean much, but you don't allow them to score another touchdown. You make them earn everything they got. C.J. Mays can't believe it.
And 28's been doing a lot of talking.
He's like, what? I don't know what's going on.
Dacula burned off close to 5 minutes of clock time with that last drive that contained 13 plays. Forrest throwing it up for grabs and out of bounds, intended for Bellamy. Less than a minute to go. And it could be a long minute because Central Gwinnett is going to throw every down.
They are. I want to see Eric give his receivers a chance. I think that ball might have landed out of bounds again. And he doesn't give his players a chance to catch the football. He has to at least throw it up and give them a chance to come down with the football.
Eric Forrest some 5 yards deep into his own end zone to take the shotgun snap. Over the middle, intended for Malone, and a big hit right there at the end by Evangelister.
What a bang play right there, Coach. These guys are not only good football players, they're smart guys as well. Mr. Evangelister has a 3.4 GPA, and watch him come in right as that ball gets there.
Oh,
separates him from the football. That's what true safeties do. That's a good play by Evangelister.
It was a nice play. Beautifully timed. Now it's 3rd and 10. Lawson Cook about to light up Forrest again. And also making a nice timing play was Keelan Frage as the pass falls incomplete, intended for Bellamy.
I just don't think he's had since that first half, it's been tough. So 4th down here. They're going to take another shot down the field to try to complete this pass.
And if they don't, I hope Dacula takes a knee. Show a little sportsmanship. 4th and 10 from the 1-foot line. Forrest rolling left and almost intercepted.
Whoa.
By C.J. Mays.
I think C.J. Mays would have took that pick 6 over that last touchdown that they didn't call for him.
So the ball will go over on downs with 40 seconds left here at Barron Field. And there is C.J. Mays.
True MVP of the night. He did it all on both sides of the football, fighting to the end. True competitor. Gotta like his game.
So with the ball at the 1-foot line, as I was saying, I hope Tommy Jones is telling his quarterback Wesley Whitehead just to take a knee. That's what I hope for.
That's what's happening.
They may not have the same desire.
It's happening, Van Earl. It's happening.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
As mentioned, next week we'll be at Milton High School. And I've determined that Milton is in Fulton County. And they will be hosting Cherokee next week. And we will be there. Don't forget, tonight at 11:20 on Channel 2. From the Channel 2 Sports Zone, Zach Klein, Anthony Amy, and DJ Shockley bringing you all the best highlights of Week 6 of Georgia high school football. This one, though, is a final. A couple of pick sixes for the Falcons of Dacula, and then a 65-yard TD romp by C.J. Mays. And that accounts for the 20 points. Good enough for the Falcons to win it by 10 to make it 9 out of the last 11 against their region rival, Central Gwinnett. Dacula improves to 6-0 and 4-0 in region play with a 20-10 victory. We'll be back in just a moment to wrap up the night here in Dacula. Nothing in the second half, really, so I think you ought to just roll with the 3 scores. And, you know, we don't need to do Lawson Cook again. Let's just do the 3 scores, and then we'll get out.
Dang, yeah.
Do we know all the scoring was in the first quarter, right?
Wow. All in the first quarter.
I mean, for Dacula.
Yeah.
You remember, like, was it the first? They did pick sixes on the first two Gwinnett drives, right? Okay. An outstanding homecoming night for Dacula as the students pour onto the field to congratulate their classmates who are members of the football team. Celebrating a 10-point win. DJ Shockley, Van Earl Wright. Dacula set the tone. They came in as the running game. Central Gwinnett came in as the passing team. But it was the Dacula defense that set the tone for the night and proved to be the necessary points to win this game.
It was, and it's all they needed. I don't think Central Gwinnett and Eric Forrest ever overcame what happened in that first quarter, and it kind of established how this ball game was going to go. Dacula wanted to run the football. They did that for the most part, but Central Gwinnett not able to do anything on offense, like you just mentioned. That defense was the real key, starting from the first quarter and ended throughout the whole entire game.
Surprising, since the Black Knights came in averaging 26 points per game, but when you turn the ball over, you're not going to have much success. The first pick six was a great deflection and catch by Azine Cooper. He took that one 56 yards for the pick six, and then the next one was a beautifully timed interception.
Yeah, just drove on the football, sat on the route. Receiver had no chance, and just a great play by C.J. Mays. And he was the true leader of this team tonight and showed it on both sides of the ball.
That was a 51-yard return for a score. And there is a look, and here is the second touchdown for C.J. Mays from 65 yards out.
Just speed, speed, speed. We know Central Gwinnett wanted to stop the run, so they got all 11 guys up in the box. And once you come back and you put everybody in the box, and you just commit everybody to it, and they break that first or second wave, it's hard to really capitalize another guy like that, and he was able to take it to the house. So he's a good back. He's explosive, and once he gets to that second level, he's tough. He's tough to bring down.
Dacula stays undefeated, improves to 6-0 and 4-0 in region play. Looking pretty doggone good for Tommy Jones and company.
Absolutely. They got a great team all the way around. Offense, defense, special teams played excellent. This is going to be a tough team to beat.
So we congratulate the Falcons of Dacula, celebrating a successful homecoming contest against one of their region rivals, as their head coach, Tommy Jones, shares some words of praise and encouragement for his team, and thanks the students for their support. We thank you so much for joining us here for Week 6 of Friday Night Football from the Channel 2 Sports Zone, and we certainly hope you will join us next week as we bring you Cherokee and Milton. For DJ Shockley and producer-director Stephen Lawler, and our entire hard-working crew, I'm Van Earl Wright. Thanking you so much for joining us. The final score again, Dacula 20, Central Gwinnett 10. We'll see you next week on WSBTV.com.